So it's Thursday the 20th of August and well, it's GCSE results day. You've only just woken up to prepare for what may be one of the most life-changing moments ever yet, and you're either excited, nervous, or in between the two. After spending nearly half a year in lockdown and missing the exams that were supposed to define your academic ability from this point on in your future career, the grades that you'll receive, the grades that you'll be judged by from all your future employers, and the grades that you had seemingly little to no control over are going to be announced later on today. You're not sure if today's going to go well, you're not sure if the rest of your life is about to take a turn you don't want it to take, and you're not sure what to expect, but you're hoping for the best. You feel sorry for yourself. Looking back, you know you could have done better. Those seemingly insignificant end of topic tests proved to be a lot more significant than you thought. You know you could have taken those a lot more seriously, and deep down you know that the opportunity for improvement has passed. Or has it? Don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Now, this is a phrase that you've probably heard a bajillion times by those around you trying to make you feel better about the situation that you're in. And I not only think this is a terrible way of going about things, but it's just a wrong mindset to have. Yes, the perfect time for GCSE preparation has passed, but the perfect time for GCSE reflection is now. The first step to solving any problem is to identify it. And at this point, most of us can pinpoint criticisms about our work ethic or lack thereof as far as back as when we were in year 10. We know what we did and we know what we didn't do enough of. And the best way to go forward is to be truthful, to be honest with ourselves, and to decide what we're going to do better next time. As cliche as it sounds, in some respects, we're lucky, because if it weren't for the events that unfolded this year regarding the GCSE examinations, our generation and generations to come wouldn't have realized the true importance of consistency. Most students will often showcase their best academic ability in the main GCSE exam, which to an extent makes all previous testing and grading obsolete, which honestly does and has worked fine for every generation of GCSE students that has come before us. But 2020 has reminded us again and again that we must be prepared for virtually anything, whether it be being on top of our physical well-being, our mental health, or even our education. Build healthier habits, find what drives you, and use that to your advantage when preparing for A-levels. But what does that even mean? What if nothing drives me? What kind of habits should I build? If you're anything like me, you probably don't like revising for long periods of time because, let's face it, it does get boring. Yes, I put aside time for studying, but I almost always prefer the time I spend recreationally. So how do I stay driven and encouraged to study for my exams if the steps that I take are proving too difficult for me to get started with? Well, it's a simple but challenging solution that takes quite a lot of practice, but when executed well, works like a charm. And not just only for education, but for general day-to-day life. Behavioral scientists have discovered that one of the most effective ways of creating an enjoyable experience is to stack the more painful parts of the experience earlier on in the process, and to then follow up with the more easier and enjoyable parts towards the end. Psychologically, we prefer experiences that improve over time, especially those that end on a high note, as that's what we're left remembering once those experiences finish. And that means it's better to finish that pesky dull essay off before moving on to a more enjoyable activity like working on a colorful PowerPoint. In many ways, it's the real-life implementation of the saying, all's well that ends well, and we can plan our days accordingly by studying at the start of the day, driven by the fact that we know the quicker we get it done, the quicker we can have some fun. A healthy habit can make revision feel like less of a chore and allow you to have more energy and a larger capacity to get more things done in lesser amounts of time. And just like that, you're in the right mindset to go find out what grades you were given. There is a lot of room for improvement, but at least you know where you're headed and what initiatives you need to take to get there. And as long as you're honest with yourself, you'll be able to pick up these habits fairly quickly, even before the start of school term. So good luck, enjoy yourself, and have fun. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Please do comment below your own revision tips and tricks when it comes to, well, revision. Subscribe to me if you'd like to help me out here on YouTube, and, well, farewell.